the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So he stopped for no gain. And on 3rd down and 6 to go. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
The tackle made there by Drew Sanders.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's 3rd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Herbert. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Oh, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Juwan Johnson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. 4 on Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 55 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Chargers 21, Broncos nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Right left, right left. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Right here, double count.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Look left.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Play action. It's Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
A 30-yard attempt.
Marr able to put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10.
There. Go, 14. Hey, alert. Run it.
Now it's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Go, 14. There.
They go play action with Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 16-yard line.
Spot that.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found his soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 28, Broncos 10.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. Gets around him. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
14, got it. Touch 50, touch 50.
Here's Wilson. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
12. Front left. 36 power.
Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, he'll go down to number 4, getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Again, Wilson.
was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. And here's Kamara on the read option.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Hey, Kaplan. 59.
Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Friday.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 45 yards. And the Broncos take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Wilson going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Henley.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1. Herbert eluding the pressure right. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Chargers first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Baylor Tigers. Hey, Ram.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They begin this drive with Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now 2nd and 5.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got Allen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on a touch pass. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
The tackle made by Kareem Jackson. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Set.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Herbert now. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Herbert back to the air. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Alvin Kamara, 27 yards. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 42, Broncos 26.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and
there he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
84 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Hey, alert.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
I'll go special. 12.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3rd and 6.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Friday.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's good.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great play there. 81 yards.
And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Chargers 49, Broncos 26.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go play action now. Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Second and a couple.
14.
To throw is Wilson.
Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Another Denver Broncos.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play action. Now Wilson.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One last shot for Wilson.
Out route complete to Dulcich.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.